What's up everybody, my name is Cap and welcome back to Minecraft. I know it's been a good 2 weeks since I put out a video, but I was on vacation and stuff, and hopefully if you guys want to, well, I guess I don't really have a choice since you're kind of already in this video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the vacation and stuff while I'm here and stuff. Gathering a few more supplies for what I'm working on here, and then we'll kind of get going on here. Just want to get another good stack of 64. It's not forming as much as, or as fast as it was sometimes, so I end up getting missing the block and end up punching a hole in that wall back over there, but it's alright. See, sometimes it goes really fast. Give me that cobblestone. Yeah, there we go. So what have you guys been up to, man, for the last 2 weeks? I hadn't talked to some of you, been a little bit vacant on Twitter, and I lost my pickaxe. I think I have another one on me here. Let me check. No, I got one in the chest up here. Anyway, get to the question of the episode real quick before I kind of get going here. What is your favorite sitcom of all time? Now, it can be a current one, an old one. A sitcom, is in like a TV show. Where are my tools? I'll just take one of these here. That'll work. Alright, see, I got a decent little stack here. Oh, something else I need to work on. Now, I've watched a bunch of sitcoms in my life, and I have a lot of favorites. Growing up, I watched things like Cheers and The Cosby Show, and wasn't really a fan of MASH, but, that's nothing, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you're a fan, you're a fan. If not, no big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and take that much. 13 should do. And then growing up, I had, in the 90s, I think there was like a really good insurgence of sitcoms. We had Home Improvement, and Roseanne, and Saved by the Bell, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it's already dark. Things like that. And then, in the last 10 years or so, I had Scrubs, and I was a big fan of Friends, and let's see, what else? There's just a bunch of them. I can't even think of all of them now. How I Met Your Mother. I'm a big fan of that one. Big Bang Theory. I love that one. And, Kaylee Cuoco is a fox. So, that helps out there. But the show itself is good. And don't just watch it for that. You see, I got a few things going on up there. One of my holes off. Okay. You know what? Hold on just a second here. Let's see. Video second. Clouds off. Okay. And clouds go away. Good to go. Alright, so I'm going to head up there and show you guys what's been going on, what I've been working on here. Thank you guys for all the advice on, what I should do, what's going on there. I am going to go ahead and, I'm going to leave this the way it is here. I'm not going to do anything else different down here, at least for right now, because I like having this fast way down for the most part. So I can get up here as quick as I possibly can. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my vacation while we was there. We left on Thursday. And we had like a 3-hour delay on our flight. It was raining so hard, man. It made it even harder just to drive to the airport. Little man did pretty good, but 3-hour delay having to sit still, it kind of wears you down a bit. But he did pretty good. Smooth landing once we got there, and then we had a rental car, and we drove from Denver, where we landed, all the way to Colorado Springs. That's where we were staying the first 2 nights. So the first night we didn't get there till late. We checked in, hung out at the hotel, kind of found some food and kind of just chilled. And the second day we went to the North Pole in Colorado, which is basically like Christmas year-round. There's tons of stores. There's elves working there. Santa's there. We got to see Santa. And, he's kind of chilling in his little village. Little man got to crawl up in his lap and tell him what he's wanted for Christmas. And, they had surprisingly, we got there like right when it opened, so there wasn't like a really long line anywhere. We got to ride every ride more than once. Sometimes we didn't have to like get on to, we didn't have to get off to ride it again, basically. It was so much fun. But, we had a good time with that, and then we went to a dinosaur museum they had there, and, so it was just a really good time we had there. And, so this is what I'm doing with these glowstone real quick, because I'm going to put them right like this, so it'll kind of illuminate it, help keep things from spawning. Obviously, I'm going to have to go to the nether and get some more, and it'll light it up, and I think, from seeing it way down there on the ground, like way down there, looking up these little gold glowing bricks and stuff, I think it'll look pretty cool. Like I said, obviously I'm going to need a whole lot more, but anyway. So this is what I have so far. I'm going to have this going out to that island eventually, and I'm going to have one going out here, which I've kind of already started now. So, that's kind of where I'm at. It's kind of what I'm working on. Give me that back here. I decided I'll go through and punch out the blocks in a little bit. I found it's a lot easier to do it this way the first time. See, I'm a little bit away from that little island still, so it may take me a way to get there. I may just do one little row at a time and stuff here. So anyway, there, like I said, we went to the North Pole, and then we went to the dinosaur museum, had a pretty good time, kind of checked it out there. Then the next day, we got up early and we headed south and went on to the Royal Gorge. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently in the last couple of years there was a really big fire there, and it like destroyed all the buildings, all the surroundings, a lot of wildlife, and just tons of stuff like that. And, I didn't know that. The last time I had been there, I was in like 5th grade. So it's been many moons ago. We're talking like 20 plus years. So, I was going on memories and stuff of what I thought I remembered it looked like, and getting there and find out I was completely wrong. But we had a pretty good time. Of course, it was pretty warm actually for being, well, it's July, so it's not exactly a surprise. But then from there we drove up. We got to take this nice scenic route up through the mountains and through the valleys and everything up to Breckenridge, where we spent the last couple days there. And it was so pretty up there. Man, there were so many pretty mountains. Had snow on the peaks of them. And, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw, or you may have seen, I posted pictures of me and little man playing in the snow. It was like 72 degrees outside, snowing, so we're in there in our shorts. Make sure there's no mobs and stuff around here before I open up my inventory. I don't want to get hit and knocked off this bad boy. You know what? Make sure. See, I had to practice before I move up to the edge. Make sure I have my finger on the right button here, because I don't want to click the wrong one and fall off this, because I'm way up here. Look, that's a long ways down. I mean, even on top of this island or whatever, it goes over a little ways. Now, eventually what I'm going to do is turn this into sort of stairs and stuff, so I can get up and down a little easier. But for now, this will work out, just to kind of get me to where I need to be. Get one more. Check out this little island, see what we got here. So anyway, we get to Breckenridge, and they have, if you've never been there, which I'm sure a whole lot of you probably have not, it's a very small town, but it's basically completely geared around their winter seasons. I mean, it's ski lifts everywhere, and all their shops and stuff are like sporting shops and clothing shops for their snowboard rentals and ski rentals and things like that. And I'm not sure. I don't actually think this is a floating one. I think this is just one of these really tall ones. Let's see. I don't want to waste... I can just punch my way through this tree. I don't want to accidentally waste some tools and stuff and get up here and find out I'm stuck or something. So anyway, we get to take this little gondola ride up the mountain. It's like a 10-minute ride all the way to the top of this... Okay, well, almost all the way to the top of this mountain. So we're way up there, and they got these cool little roller coaster rides that like shoot you up the side of the hill. And whoa, calm down, Chief. And so him and I, little man and I, rode that twice. It's like super fast. You get to control all the brakes. And do I have an axe on me? I do. I don't need my shovel right now. Go ahead and gather some more wood while I'm here, because why not, right? Chop down this tree. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this island here, because as one, it's not really a floating island anyway. It's just the top of this really tall, misshapen world. And there's not much to it. I mean, I can gather supplies and stuff, but there's not much I can do to it. Versus that one over there that actually is a floating island. I could level that bad boy off and turn it into something awesome like a floating castle or something. Even then, it might not be floating. I can't see if there... Oh, crap! Whew! Man, Pinky slipped off the button here. I may head back this way a little bit, if I can get up here. See if I can make this jump. Yeah, okay. So at least I got this kind of started here. Anyway, and they had this huge slide that my wife and little man rode up. You got to take this ski lift like all the way to the top of this peak. It takes forever to get up there. And so they rode that and had a pretty good time with it. And let's see. And then, that next day we had to come back home. We only got to spend a few days there. I mean, we got there Thursday night and we left Monday morning. So it wasn't a super long vacation, but it was a lot of fun. And this little man caught me off guard. Thought something was funny. We was cruising from Royal Gorge going up to Breckenridge. Okay, it's a big 2-hour drive or so, hour and a half. Beautiful winding roads through the hills and these lakes and mountains and stuff. And he's 5. He didn't really care about the scenery that much. So me and the wife are checking it out and talking. And in the car, I had radio controls and volume controls on the back of the steering wheel that, some of like a lot of newer cars do. Nothing super fancy. But anyway, so I was cruising along. We had the radio on low just to have some background noise. And, I'm like changing the channels. And he's looking up there and he's like, how are you doing that? How are you changing the channels without moving your hands? Because he could see my hands on the steering wheel, but he couldn't see the buttons on the back I was pushing. And I was like, I'm magic, just playing that role. And he's really big into X-Men now and stuff. So he was thinking, he's like, do you have powers? Like some of the X-Men do. They have some superpowers. I was like, oh yeah, definitely. I've got superpowers. That's what it is. And he was like, well, what are your powers? And I said, well, I can't tell you. It's a secret. And he was like, no, what are your powers? And I said, I can't tell you. I'm just magic. It's a secret. I can't tell you what my powers is. He goes, I know what your powers is. Your powers is eating, because that's all you ever do. I laughed so hard. I about wet myself. Now keep in mind that except for on the weekends, the only meal my son ever sees me eat at all is dinner. And, you know, I eat a normal amount of food. It's not like I pile on plate after plate after plate or anything, so it's not like I gorge myself. But yeah, according to him, all I do is eat. Now the funny thing that goes along with that is a couple weeks ago my wife and him were going through the grocery store, and she had gone down the alcohol aisle, or the beer and wine aisle actually, and picked up just a 6-pack. You know, we don't have a whole lot of beer in the house. We keep a little bit here and there, just occasionally we want some, and we were out, so she was picking some up, and he was like, beer, beer, beer. That's all you ever buy is beer. And it just embarrassing the crap out of my wife, man, because she's in a grocery store and he's making it seem like she's complete alcoholic. And so, of course, during that story, I laughed because I thought it was funny, but she didn't. And so I was like, okay, well, our superpowers is I'm a glutton and a pig and do nothing besides eat, and you're an alcoholic. So it looks like we're pretty good parents. So anyway, that was some pretty funny stuff. But we were fortunate the entire trip, other than just the 3-hour flight delay the first day, we didn't have any issues at all, except like one time. When we were at the top of the mountain, little man was kind of walking around. We had parked it on this little bench just to kind of, catch our breath a little bit. Almost there, and the sun's going down, but so that's probably going to be a bad place to be in the middle of the night. But I got a little highway system here. I'm going to finish this off with dirt so I can at least get to it. I'll replace it with regular stone. I gotta obviously go back to my generator and load up some more. Alright, we are here. Check it out. Okay, if I can get up. We are here. Yeah, buddy. Look at it. Hey, stop it. Don't be taking damage. Don't go too far to the edge. Don't get overzealous. Check that out. That looks really cool, man. I like that. And there comes the moon, and wow, that is sweet. So, yeah, what was I saying? I don't remember if I was saying anything about the trip or not, but it was a really good time. Had a good time. And, I'm glad to be back home. It's always nice to get away and take a vacation someplace nice, but it's always nice to get back home to your own house. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this some more, get some more cobblestone. I'm going to have to head to the nether pretty soon, get some more glowstone so I can finish my little glowing bridge. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys. I'm going to continue with regular uploads and stuff. So, leave your likes and comments like always. And in the meantime, you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.